Alright, here we are. It's episode 8. We're starting with a lot of black screen because something dramatic just happened. Right, we got the ship beaten out of us by aliens for the second time.
Yep, twice in a row now.
And we're jittering across the screen, so apparently we're badly injured. Endo, they called full time at some point, off screen. I think.
Yeah, considering that they used their Hisatsus this time, they weren't holding back, so I think our shit's been wrecked.
Well, apparently the aliens are now being distracted by something or another. So they're just going to leave us and let us hobble away. And now that I think about it, Topo changed shirts really fast. How many spare shirts do we just wander around with on this team?
I have no idea. Enough to fit 100 people, I guess.
Who does the laundry for this entire team?
Yeah, whoever it does deserves a medal of some kind.
Endo's mother.
No, she's back in Tokyo.
Exactly.
We're from Tokyo, right?
Yes, we are. Well, let's nurse our wounds.
And now here we are, and there's some random red awnings next to a river?
We're back in the park.
Oh. Okay. I was about to say, where is here? How did we get here if we had to, drag Endo with us? And, no one really likes the coach's theory on what we should have been doing.
What was the coach's theory?
To switch the forwards and the defenders. And it didn't really work.
No!
But we didn't really get injured, so I guess that's a good point. Maybe?
We held out longer this time than we did last time.
Is that a point in our favor or not?
I would say it's in our favor. I guess that means we're getting stronger, technically. I mean, they still kicked our asses, but this time they had to use Hisatsus.
And we're not in the hospital?
Yeah!
Yeah! Let's look at the positive aspects that's going on here. But, Endo kind of ended up taking all of those shots because of it, though, because our defense was in shambles.
Yeah, but he can take it.
Yeah, he has a skull made of titanium.
Huh. That sounds familiar.
And he takes this as a learning experience.
So you gonna go train with more tires?
I think we might need more than tires this time.
Wait, he doesn't wear gloves?
No, he wears gloves. They're an equipment item.
Said his hands are stinging, which...
Well, because he got shot by a cosmic soccer ball that's gonna hurt through a glove.
It wasn't quite super cosmic.
Look, it was called Cosmic Blast, therefore it was cosmic.
Oh, okay. So he wasn't, shooting the solar system at us or anything?
No. And... building tension.
Goenji-kun.
Uh-oh.
あなたにはチームを離れてもらいます。
Uh-oh.
So that's a thing.
That's a thing.
That's also a thing.
That's, yeah, other than him, we've only got, Samioka and maybe that kid we picked up in Nara. We kind of need him. We also need him to learn Heat Tackle, but we definitely need him. Ouch! Talk about a bitch slap. Goenji, are you just gonna take this? Or just walk off?
Considering he agreed.
Yeah, but...
So, that flashback.
There's a reason why he missed.
Yeah.
And he could really just come out and tell the rest of the team, but Inazuma 11-2, the subtitle should be, let's not tell people important things.
Mm-hmm.
Because our coach isn't telling us what she's doing. Goenji isn't telling us what's going on his end. People aren't telling us when they're injured. Our team is not exactly working as it should right now.
No, it's not.
And apparently the solution to this is to kick Goenji off the team. I'm not sure that's gonna help us.
No, but, what did they do? Threaten Yuka again?
Yeah.
Figures.
Yeah, remember that ending cutscene to the first game? And the opening to Fire version, which this version doesn't have, but the opening to Fire version, that's a lot of ellipses.
Oh my gosh, Goenji, just tell them that they threatened...
何度も言わせるな。俺はチームを抜ける。
だからなんでなんだよ、ゴエンジ。
悪いが、これ以上は付き合えない。監督の言う通りだ。今の俺はお前たちの足手まといになるだけだ。
そんなのはお前らしくないだろ、ゴエンジ。
何とでも言え。とにかく俺はここまでだ。世話になったな、エンド。
絶対待ってるからな。
Why was he randomly holding his school bag?
Because he was dramatically walking away.
With his school bag. It looks kind of silly.
Yeah. He had to be walking away while holding something, otherwise it wouldn't be as dramatic.
But he apparently couldn't take off his jacket, because then we'd have to actually know what the shirt under the jacket looks like. And I don't think they ever designed that!
They didn't! The fandom can't have that!
Agent Smith is calling. Oh! Apparently the president wasn't kidnapped, only temporarily misplaced.
貴様、どういうつもりだ。
そら、お家に着いたぜ。
何？大変なことになってしまった。
Well, no shit.
More terrible than what else has happened?
Also, that's a really impressive bang he's got, I just like to say.
It is very impressive. That kind of explains her hair a little more.
It kind of does a little.
Kind of, not entirely.
Well, I blame the rest of it on her really weird hat. She looks like she's wearing a bucket on her head.
Yeah. You're supposed to stand in buckets, not wear them.
Well, unless you've got a bucket hat, but that isn't a bucket hat, that's just a bucket.
Uh-huh.
Hey, it's Mr. Onigawara again, whose name in the English version is Mr. Smith. So now we have Agent Smith and Mr. Smith.
That's wrong on levels. So, not a spoiler, just pointing out an observation for people who might not be paying close enough attention. The guy who dropped off, the president is also the guy who threatened Goenji.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
So, that's something you might want to watch out for.
Black people with shades in Japan.
Is he black? I thought he was just like Italian or something.
Italians are a little lighter, I think. I mean, in Inazuma universe, I don't mean in real life. In real life, completely different matter, but I'm talking racial stereotypes in a Japanese video game about anime soccer. Which is so many levels removed from reality. Yes! I'm not even sure how many. And there she goes. And we're gonna go talk to her dad, because best to hear it straight from the horse's mouth, right? Unless they mind-wiped him or something. No, it's not just your overreactive imagination.
No.
Why would they kidnap him and then randomly let him go? Conveniently in front of the Parliament building.
That is
There's a deer.
convenient.
And Aki updated
Is
her
it
blog.
Rudolph?
It's just a deer, I think.
Aw. They need to have, like, a Where's Rudolph?
But, yeah, the earlier you mentioned the spots was weird, but actually I think Nar is particularly known for having spotted deer.
That would make sense, actually.
It's mainly North American deer that lose their spots when they get older.
Yeah. It's still weird to see them.
Yeah, it's weird until you think about it. I know that a lot of... Okay, this is the silliest thing, but in Harvest Moon... This is a terrible way to start off a conversation. But in Harvest Moon, there's the Animal Parade game, and... Oh my god!
Power Rangers?
The Deer Rangers! We have found them!
Oh my god!
Inazuma 11-2 has a team composed of a Sentai team that's deer themed, and this is them. And the red is their goalie. And they suck right now.
Yeah.
But they exist, that was them, and somebody in the thread requested to see more of them later, so we will try to fulfill that, but for right now, that was them. And there they are.
And there they go.
And there they go. Right, so Harvest Moon, Animal Parade, and that other version that was less buggy. I don't know, they were both kind of buggy. I play too much Harvest Moon when I'm sick. You can catch little animals, except not in Pokeballs, you just have them wander around your house. And there was this one animal that they called a raccoon that was clearly a tanuki, and they just didn't want to explain what a raccoon dog was, because raccoon dogs aren't actually related at all to raccoons.
Oh, yeah.
They have the same, like, face, but they have a completely different tail.
Yeah.
So, in a lot of games that are specifically, like, made for a Japanese market, you can often see, like, confusion with the animals going on. Because some Japanese animals look a little bit differently. Like, and the thing that they called a chipmunk, I'm pretty sure was actually a miniature flying squirrel. Endo's really enthusiastic about rice balls.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, if it has extra bonito flakes in it, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Bonito flakes are good, FYI, for people who've never had traditional Japanese food.
So is negimaki.
Well, negimaki's delicious, but that has nothing to do with rice balls.
No, it doesn't. Except for the fact that you cook them at the same time. That one time.
Oh, right, that one time I made them together. Okay, I thought you meant, like, somewhere else, but you meant when I made them.
Yes.
Okay. Right, that one time I made that big dinner with the negimaki and the onigiri, which is the word for rice balls. Onigiri. Isn't it? It is.
Probably. I'm blanking, but yes, probably.
And, here's Endo's mother calling to make sure her son's doing alright. And he's off in a corner thinking about Goenji. He's doing fine! Aki, if that's your idea of a guy doing fine, I have some questions for you.
Yeah! Anyways, speaking of flying squirrels, did you ever hear about there's this baby squirrel and it got lost or something, and so this person brought it to raise because her dog had just had puppies, and they named the squirrel Alexander, and the mother dog, like, accepted the baby squirrel into its pack.
Mm-hmm.
And they still have this squirrel, and I think its name is Alexander, and he barks at the door.
That is... I want to see a squirrel bark.
I do too.
I mean, I've heard squirrels scream. They sound like babies crying.
Well, considering you had one hanging off the end of your finger, I think you would know what a screaming squirrel sounds like.
Yes, okay, there was that time I was attacked by a squirrel. I, strangely enough, don't have scars in my thumb from that. But that was a thing, and yeah, squirrels do scream like small children going crazy. And here's the president, who is not involved with squirrels.
No, not at all. How dare he not be involved with squirrels?
Well, since we're having like this random chat about wildlife.
Yeah, that's true.
But we're talking about Japanese wildlife, so it's vaguely related, because we're kind of touring Japan in this version of Inazuma, so we're going to see a lot of random stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're going to make a lot of jokes about bears upcoming,
Yes.
We gotta prepare our bear jokes.
Yes, we do.
Because I know we got a lot of them to make.
Yes, we do.
And here's the president. Oh my god, the prime minister. I keep calling him the president.
Dude, his, like, face there is kind of creepy looking. I'm like, you would be, like, a bad guy, but, like...
When he's doing his serious face, he does kind of look like a villain.
Like a good-looking villain, though.
Yeah. A suave villain, which the series doesn't have.
No.
So you know he's not a villain.
Yeah.
Because all of our villains look like Kageyama.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not exactly suave.
No.
No.
Even when they attempt to look suave.
Yep. And, right, so back to the plot. We love football. So Endo's like, I really like football! So the Prime Minister's like, you're okay!
Is that the same as I give you permission to date my daughter?
Maybe. I give you permission to play football with her. I mean, that's
yeah.
not quite first base, but that's part of the way there, right?
I guess. Wrong sport, though.
Oh no, I'm mixing my metaphors! And now we're going to Hokkaido. Hokkaido Bears. Alpine Junior High. Oh, boy.
Really?
So, yeah, our next arc in the plot is we have to find a new ace striker to replace Goenji. That's basically what the coach just told us to do, is to go replace Goenji, which, a lot of the team is not going to be happy about because Goenji's been with us for a really long time.
Yep.
More than most of the other team. Yes, he's her father. They mentioned that 20 times. God, you're slow. And, apparently there's supposed to be a really good ace striker. You still are. You still are. Running a country, slightly more complicated than soccer.
Just a bit.
Slightly more complicated. Hugely relieved. But, what the hell was I saying? Right, so we're gonna go to Hokkaido and go to a place called Alpine Junior High, which in the original version was Hakuren. Junior high, middle school, whatever. So, just putting that out there. So we're gonna try and find a new ace striker to replace Goenji, because we need one, because right now we got Samioka and that's about it. And the Prime Minister is being incredibly vague.
Because his memory was erased.
No, just because he doesn't want to tell us. Because the game's being vague.
Son of a bitch.
Pretty much. Oh, that's not foreshadowing anything at all either.
Well, we already pegged her as creepy.
Great. Now our coach is evil too.
Strikerを探して白蓮中学へ。さあ、お前のプレーを見せてくれ。こいつ雰囲気が変わった。次回、もう一人のエースストライカー。決着をつけるぞ、レイゼ。
She's got the cape! Those kids are crazy! They're all crazy. I swear. I swear. Crazy. And next is Hokkaido.